outside of the boundary because your leash will get pulled, but you'll have to run a very, very long ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Let's pick some good ones here. So, in your mind, what qualities does the ideal leader exude?
You have to be a great visionary and a great communicator. Those two things will get you 90% of the way there. I feel that an even bigger piece of the puzzle sometimes is being able to understand people and recruit the right ones. So, again, you can't do it all by yourself. You can be a great visionary leader and communicate all you want, but if you don't have the right soldiers, you're in trouble.
And as you said, you like to surround yourself with people that you believe are stronger than you are.
Absolutely. And challenge me, yeah.
Okay, so speaking of challenging you, how do you motivate your team and your employees?
Again, because we have a very strong vision, everybody knows exactly where they're going and what their role is in achieving that. So to me, that's, if you're hiring the right people, that's the most motivating thing, is they know exactly where to go, and they know that they can come to me or to Andrea to get the tools that they need. So really, we just continue to not put out their fire.
Okay.
As most leaders will, oh, we can't afford that, or we could go, no, we've tried that before. You'll never hear that from us. We'll find a way to make it happen. If we have somebody who's in an execution role that truly believes in something, we'll find a way to make it happen for them.
Okay. So speaking of the goals and that you set for your team, what are some of the goals that you set for your company? And do you believe that all the goals should always be attainable, or should there always be one that's just a little bit out of reach and always be strived for?
Yeah, we set all of our goals as being slightly more than attainable. So there's a certain degree of difficulty and a certain degree of uncertainty as to whether or not you'll hit them. And all of our goals are financially rewarded. So it really encourages and motivates people to work outside of that deal. All of our goals are really simple. They're obviously financial. They're very much building team. We have a big bench strength objective about everybody having their replacement and ready to go. And then another one corporately is we have a huge acquisition target where we're a cash-rich business right now, and we're out looking for struggling businesses to buy.
Okay. So, in regards to when you said it's financially rewarded, does that mean that when you feel like your company is excelling in terms of meeting the goal, that the people who are building it up are also rewarded in that sense? Do you speak with like employee bonuses and that sort of reward system?
Yeah, every person in our company is on profit sharing, and so we share the profits with all the employees, and annually they get a piece of the pie. We force them to take a piece of their reward and put it onto their RSP, but we do allow them to take some of it in cash too as an immediate reward. All of our managers are on performance rewards that are based on financial and non-financial objectives, and they can achieve 100% of their salary in bonus dollars over and above what they currently make. So it can be an extremely lucrative place if you are highly motivated and good at reaching your objectives, your stretch objectives.
So when you look at setting these outlines and objectives for your employees, specifically the ones that are on salary, do you always consider? Have you looked at them with a traditional view and said do you play more on past examples or more on what their feedback of what it should be?
Oh, it's 100% employee driven. For example, we are just receiving our first round of our 2012 budgets in right now. I haven't even touched them. They're all driven from the field. So they need to say, I'm going to have a 20% sales increase. Here's how I'm going to get it. Here's what I need in resources. And then we kind of poke holes in their plan. And
so you leave them open to saying, this is my plan for what's going on. So almost all of their own goals are set by themselves.
Absolutely, 100%.
That's great. So there isn't a lot of top-down forcing. You need to hit this quota. It's this is what we're looking for from you. It's more that's what you're looking for from you, and this is how we're gonna
support you. Yeah, okay. Very little, if anything, we temper them because I think most people think they're a little bit better than they are. And these economic times are so uncertain that I think despite people's best efforts, sometimes they're not achieving.
Can't squeeze a raisin any dry. Okay. So with regards to the structure again of your firm, how how much does size come into a factor for this? Do you feel that with the expansions that you guys are trying to acquire, do you feel that the current structure is a model that will fit indefinitely, or what sort of changes or applications, or even what are the things that are working about it right now?
Again, I think that empowerment at field level is huge, because that way you can have one leader per large lumber yard that can continue to work and focus on building their own business. Less infrastructure to support them is always great. For us, we can probably we continue to leverage technology as well, so we will always go to a breaking point before we'll ever add body as far as an administrative piece goes.
Okay, so it's more of just how can we make the communication lines more efficient between this right now with the use of increased technology or whatnot?
Yeah, we have an objective about eliminating paper-based systems, not working very well, and eliminating paper-based systems and increasing our reliance on technology. So, for example, not even a year ago, we would receive a huge truck of inventory and go through the packing sorts of stuff, and now we have guns that we can receive a truck in 15 minutes. Those sorts of efficiencies allow us to have one receiver for 2 stores, or things like that that really help drive profitability.
Okay, and so with regards to the size again, is this head office here controlling all of course, all of Canada, but are there regional offices similar to this one? Or is this is the head office and every store reports to you?
Yeah, every store reports directly to us. We hold all of those individual store managers accountable for running their business.
So the 8 of you here are really like the brains on the top. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it. And so how many stores are there across Canada right now?
Just over 1,500.
That's a lot of input you guys are getting. Jeez, you can't even see one a day.
Yeah. No.
So, can you share with us a situation where one of your initial attempts to solve a problem has failed, and possibly identify one or two of the reasons why you think it didn't succeed?
Mm-hmm.
Do you fail in anything? And of course, answering with "I'm perfect," it works just.
No. It's okay. No, I'll think of a good one here. Just give me a minute.
Take your time.
Yeah. Here's a great one. When I first started in this industry, I thought one of the biggest opportunities facing home hardware was our ability to do more consolidated buying regionally. We do a lot of consolidated buying nationally, but regionally it makes sense to me that if I'm going out and buying lumber, I can save on shipping and stuff if I have 5 or 6 stores chipping in together to do that.
Okay, so when you're saying you're buying for other stores, so the other stores are all paying you to help with the profits, or to help with it.
Yeah, well, right now we have 2 distribution centers, one in Western Canada, one in Eastern Canada, and they distribute probably 80% of the goods to all the stores. They buy it all online, the online catalog.
Okay, so everyone sends to them, and then they send
you
back.
Bet, yeah. But for commodities like lumber, metal, things like that, each one of the stores buys independently.
Okay.
And I thought, how inefficient. There's got to be a way regionally to do that. And what I learned through my ignorance in the industry, is that it is a very much need-on-demand product. So as a store manager, I might need 4 lifts of lumber because it's a commodity, and I might need it tomorrow. So I will order it today at 5 p.m. after the price drops, so I'll get delivery tomorrow. And that may not work with my buddy down the road, or, and
You
so,
might not need
it became a complete fiasco when we attempted to do that. And so identifying where there are great opportunities to centralize and do that, and where things are best left on, where they are, was a good learning experience for me. And there's a good balance there for everybody. Centralizing is great, but only when it makes sense and doesn't damage a business.
Fair enough. So with regards to your satisfaction with your work, can you give us an example of one of the most extremely satisfying moments that you've had with the company?
Gosh, there's so many.
How about one that's recent?
Sure. Again, it's all about people. To me, the most satisfaction I get is seeing people truly succeed. We had hired a young woman who had been in the industry with a competitor for a while and had a really rough go of it. She came in to our organization and started about a year and a half ago. And so she started in our office here, just kind of working administratively.
That must have been fun to woo her over and try